Imagine a world with fewer conflicts, less violence, less individualism, less predation towards nature. Imagine a world where difference would be an asset. Imagine a world where education for peace would be a priority. Imagine a world where humanity would build its future with one another and not one against the other. This world is possible if each of us works together in synergy with the other to build a society of living better together in peace. It is this man, Sheikh Khaled Bentounis, who in 2014 had the idea to lance a worldwide momentum for the creation of the International Day of Living Together in Peace. This idea was born in Oran, Algeria, during the International Feminine Congress for a Culture of Peace. The first action was to launch an international awareness-raising campaign, mobilizing all parts of civil society. March 2015 saw the first presentation of ASA International NGOs project. Several events were organized around the world, bringing a growing support to this initiative, particularly in France, Turkey, Algeria, the Netherlands, Germany, Spain, and Canada. After 3 long years and numerous meetings in order to convince more and more countries, in September 2017, Algeria tabled the resolution for the adoption of the International Day of Living Together in Peace. On December 8, 2017, at its 72nd session, the UN General Assembly unanimously adopts, by a consensus of 193 member states, the resolution establishing May 16th each year as the International Day of Living Together in Peace. This day is an invitation for everyone to commit to a more just and fraternal world. A means to strengthen the bonds of mutual respect and reconciliation of the members of the human family. Let us commit on May 16th to join our efforts and face the challenge that awaits us. All of us will gain from this.
The Good morning, Vision. Welcome to our Sunday celebration. I'm so glad you're here. Get comfortable. We are celebrating this Sunday, May 16th. And isn't it lovely that it is International Living in Peace Day? So make today a peaceful day within your own heart, within your own life, within your own body, within your own family, within your own neighborhood, community, state, country, the world, wherever you find yourself today. Make it a peaceful day. Let us begin where everything begins, and that is in prayer. I am so thankful for this day. I'm so grateful. I live in gratitude for all of the gifts that Spirit has already given. This day is a gift. The water we drink, the food we consume, the soft and comfy bed that I slept in, the roof over my head, indoor plumbing, the whole 9 yards. All of the good that we are surrounded by, when we awaken to it, when we take notice of it, when we realize Spirit is forever holding us in its arms, supporting us, walking before us, holding the light high, creating the pathway, smoothing it out, opening the doors, allowing us to walk this spiritual path together in love, in joy, in unity and wisdom. We know that all life is some part of the one life of Spirit. I give great thanks for all this good, and I just let it be. And so it is. Amen. So good morning. I am so glad you're here. What a wonderful day to get together. We have a little cloudiness here in San Diego, a little spritzing of rain when I was on my way here, but that's a good thing. The trees love that too. And I am past my 2 weeks after my second vaccine, yay. So I'm officially part of the immunity community. So I hope you are as well, and if not, I hope you're making plans to be. We will be together in that immunity community, and we'll be opening the doors to vision and seeing each other again. It's been a long, long time, and I miss you all dearly. So let's do everything we can to come together safely. I just can't wait to be together. I want you to know that in the meantime, we still are live streaming. We still have our meet and greet room after the celebration where you are invited in to get prayer support, to discuss the day, the talk title, whatever. So join us after that. We have on our website practitioners' names and numbers for you to get prayer support that way. There are phone numbers you can call. You can leave a prayer request on the prayer request form and get prayer back on an email or a phone call, however you'd like to be served in prayer. We are here to serve you, to uplift you in the truth, to remind you of who you are in Spirit. Because what we know is that there is only one life. It is the diversity of all life, and behind that diversity stands Spirit. Always knowing of itself in form, and we are that. So join us after the celebration ends in the meet and greet room. We will come together. You can go to a breakout room with a practitioner and get private prayer support. There are numerous ways that we can serve you in prayer. Please take advantage of them. Do not leave here. Do not leave this live streaming event without getting prayer support for yourself. What else can I tell you? I know we have a greeting. We say it together every week. If you've been here before, you know it. You should know it by heart by now. If you are brand new to this particular celebration, just listen in and you'll get it right away. You ready? You with me? Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here. You are safe and you are loved. So sit back, just resonate in that energy of unconditional love. Enjoy this presentation, this celebration of Spirit, knowing that we are one. I'm going to turn it over now to the celebration singers, and they are going to prepare us with the centering song. They are going to prepare us for our 5-minute meditation. Take it away, celebration singers.
Beating my heart, God is breathing me. Good morning. My name is Hummingbird, and I am a licensed practitioner here at Vision. Please take these quotes into your heart as we move into silence and allow the tones of the bowl to bring you into and out of the 5-minute meditation. The first quote is by Ta-Nehisi Coates. You are growing into consciousness. And my wish for you is that you feel no need to constrict yourself to make other people comfortable. The second quote is by Ernest Holmes. Begin to use this principle. No matter how slight you feel your knowledge, and the result will inspire you to perceive new ways and methods of approach until you gradually grow into deeper assurance. And so now I invite you for prayer, spiritual mind treatment. Just knowing right here, right now, that God is my source and my supply. The very God that created the heavens, the earth, all spirits, all sentient beings, the winged ones, the four-legged ones, the two-legged ones. The same God that flows through all life, blooming the beautiful rose, having the ocean to just flow up onto the beaches, having the fierce, fiery volcano to erupt. Also, the same God that has the bees that create the wonderful, delicious honey, and the hummingbirds who suck the nectar out of the beautiful flowers. The same God that created all things, just like the sun rises up in the sky and the moon that rises way up high in the midnight of the hours of the night. The same God that flows all around us and flows through us as us. And I just know right here, right now, that I am one with that Spirit, one with that God, one with that source who continues to walk and talk with me each and every day, never ever leading me astray, always surrounding me with love and peace and joy, walking ahead of me, going behind me to support me, and just flowing through me and expressing through me as me. And I just know right here, right now, that this same God, I just know the truth as it is the truth for me is also the truth for each and every person that is listening to this later. Everybody, all people, that this is true for them too, as God is omnipresent, and that we are all expressions of that God, of that source, of that Spirit, and that this same God walks and talks with all of us each and every day, that we are one, we are whole, we are complete. And I just know right here, right now, in all of our relationships, I just affirm that God flows through all our relationships, whether it's a relationship with ourselves, learning about ourselves, getting to heal ourselves. God flows through us, flows through our relationships with our beloveds, with our children, with our pets, with our bosses, with our employees, flows through it, flows through all these relationships with love and peace and joy and happiness and growth. And growth each time we look at ourselves, experience ourselves in relationship to ourselves, our relationships with God, our relationships with our beloved, we grow. We grow in kindness and compassion and love. We grow and expand our consciousness. And just knowing right here, right now, that same God, that same source flows through the doctor's office, flows through the nurses and the doctors and the technicians and the nursing assistants, as they are helping us to heal. That is God too, expressing itself, helping us to heal, helping us to have the knowledge more about our bodies. It flows to the curanderas. It flows through the people that practice Ifa. It flows through all that are healers. And knowing that we too are healers, walking and talking with God, co-creating with God. And I just know that God flows into our bank accounts with prosperity, with abundance, flows through our mailboxes with prosperity and abundance, flows through our jobs as we go up and ask for our promotions and get our promotion. God is flowing through that, giving us the courage to ask for that promotion, giving us the courage to expand our consciousness. whether we want to write a book, whether we want to have a bigger family with more kids, God is still flowing through that, helping us as we have that first child, having people to show up, those that are wiser to help us, to support us. God expressing itself as we continue to grow and expand our consciousness. And as we take those first steps to grow, knowing that we are not alone, that God is with us always, always. Even when we take our step to do that first job, that promotion, that other job that we've been praying for, that going forward to be the entrepreneur that we said we wanted to be when we were a child. God is with us, supporting us. And those people that we meet along the way are that expression of God supporting us too. Knowing that this is all good. This is all good. I just give thanks for all these blessings of growth, of expansion, of doing new things. I give thanks, knowing that I am not alone, and knowing that I can do this, knowing that we can do this, knowing that it is all good, that it's all God. I just simply release it unto the law, knowing that it is done, knowing that it is good, knowing that it's God, and God is good all the time. And so it is. Amen and Ashe.
Aloha Vision CSL, it's Faith Rivera, and I'm sending you so much love across the ocean and wishing you holy, holy uprising. Keep rising, shining, lifting, loving, all of that. Aloha.
I close my eyes, I open my heart, I take a deep breath, let the healing start. I lift my hands, I plant my feet, I let love in. I feel the beat that's calling, calling, calling us to rise, rise, spirit rise up, rise in me. I ready my soul, clear my mind, I'm here and now, in present time, I feel the power of 1,000 suns, lighted up the dark, oh, we rise as one, oh, rise, rise, spirit rise up, rise in me, oh, rise, rise, spirit rise up, rise in me, rise in me. I sing to you, you sing to me. Change up this noise, make sweet harmony. Come on and rise, oh, rise, spirit rise up, rise in me, oh, rise, yeah, rise, spirit rise up, rise in me, rise in me. onward to promised land. Do you feel the power of 1,000 suns lighting up the dark? Oh, we rise as one. Love's calling, calling out your name. Love's calling. It's why we came. Love's calling, calling out your name. Love's calling. It's why we came. Come on and rise. Oh, rise. Spirit, rise up. Rise in me. Oh, rise. Yes. Oh, rise. Spirit, rise up. Rise in me. Come on, rise up. Rise up. Yeah. Sing with me. Come on and rise up. Rise up. Yeah. Everyone. Come on, rise up. Rise up. Yes. Ooh, come on and rise up. Rise up. Yes. Rise in me.
Good morning. Thank you, Faith Rivera. That was beautiful. And it's just so fitting with our theme for the month, which is Holy, Holy Rising. We talked about that on the first Sunday of the month, the entirely sacred ascension that we are doing. And today's talk is growing into it. So we're growing into that. And thank you, Hummingbird. That prayer was so perfect. After she was finished praying about our growing into it, I was like, I don't even need to talk. She said it so beautifully in that prayer. We don't even need to do this part. We can all just go to coffee, right? Wouldn't that be lovely? No, but I'm going to tell you what I want to tell you anyway. An up-leveling of our lives as spirit in form. That's what I want to talk about, this growing into it, right? If we are going through a holy, holy uprising, if we are going through this entirely sacred ascension in our lives, we are living more of the life of spirit in form, how's that going for you, right? How is that going for you? Because today's talk is growing into it. So if you're not quite there yet, if you don't feel like you are quite there yet, if you're not speaking your word of power and truth and knowing that you are the I am speaking in form, maybe, you need to grow into it. Maybe we need to take those little baby steps. I always think of penguins. Take those little penguin steps and move into our power at our own time and our own pace. That is what I want us to consider today, because we are on that path. We are growing into it. We are always becoming more of who we truly are. We are having this holy, holy uprising within us to be that thing in the world so that we can be the healing the world is calling for. We can be the peace the world is calling for. We can be the place where love shows up in form, because that is what the world is calling for. It is calling for this rising up. It's calling for this revolution in love to take over. We are it. We are it. And that's what I want us to consider today. That spirit, right, the thing itself, like Ernest Holmes called, right, the thing itself, we are that. And we have to get used to the truth of that statement. Not only are we that, this is not an egotistical, statement at all, because not only are we that thing itself, so is the sun, so is every planet, so is every star, every person, animal, plant, mineral, every cell, every molecule, every atom, every subatomic particle in the manifest universe, in the physical universe, is spirit in form. Everything is spirit in form. So it's not an egotistical standpoint to say, I am spirit in form, flowing, into all of areas of my life. Everything in the manifest universe is spirit in form. We are all the energy of spirit. We are all the energy of potential. And every time we decide something, every time we make that decision, every time we move forward, every time we put our feet, right? We move our feet. It is a demonstration of spirit in form. There is nothing else happening but the one thing expressing itself as many things. Spinoza, back in the 1600s, he was a Dutch philosopher of Portuguese, I think, Sephardic, ancestry. Welcome to the diaspora, right? Anyway, he said this. He said, God is just the sum of all the substances of the universe. God is the only substance in the universe, and everything is a part of God. That was like in the 1630s to the 1650s. We've known this all along. Science is just now coming, into the forefront to prove what the mystics knew all along, what the philosophers knew all along. There is only one thing happening, and we are all part of it. And when we mentally separate ourselves out of that, or try to mentally separate our consciousness away from it, that doesn't make the separation true. We are still in it. It is simply a limited thought we are having. We're having a limited thought when we think we are separate and apart from our good, separate and apart from our God. We can say, I am broke, or I'm alone, or I'm a failure. But it's not a truth, it is a false belief. And then when I say, I want beauty, or I need wisdom, or I desire abundance, we are still separating ourselves from the very object of our desire by claiming we don't already have it, like it is something outside of ourselves that we don't have. Have it, we are it. We are it. And when we say, I need, I want, I desire, we are denying the truth of ourselves, as if we don't have, or we aren't that. We claim our limitations. We claim our brokenness. We accept our neediness. We affirm our lack. We deny the I am that we are. In Exodus 27, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. Now, in our faith philosophy, we would say the law will not hold him guiltless. Why? Well, because the law delivers with accuracy and precision the thing we keep claiming for ourselves. Without judgment, without thought, without weighing, the law simply delivers what we continue to claim. Not to punish us and not to reward us, but to manifest what we consistently say is true for us, even if it is not the truth of us. It can only deliver what we continue to claim for ourselves. The law makes no judgment over our proclamations. Therefore, it is up to us to take the highest and the best proclamations about ourselves that we can. We have to do the stretch. It is in our best interest. And what if we say, well, we cannot declare that truth for ourselves? What if we cannot yet declare with conviction that we are spirit-informed? Well, you know what? You have to grow into it. You have to grow into it. We have to start where we are. We have to claim what we can. We have to stretch into what we can believe is true for us. You know, we are mature in this faith philosophy. We've taken a lot of time to get to know ourselves and to get to know the truth of spirit. We've been on this path. Haven't you spent enough years getting ready to know yourself as spirit informed? Haven't you taken enough time to get ready to speak your word with power and authority? Ernest Holmes said you just have to do it. In fact, he said this in the Science of Mind text. He said, we are dealing with intelligence and we should recognize the power we are working with. Realize our oneness with it. And then we should ask for what we wish and take it. This is making a demand of the universe. This is knowing our I am is powerful. It is the word of spirit. Ernest Holmes was really, really clear about this. If we desire, say, for example, more abundance, we must embrace abundance as spirit in us. Spirit in us is abundant. Spirit in us knows no lack. How can it? It's spirit. How can it know lack? It cannot. Spirit in us is abundance. Ernest Holmes says this, and it's up to you. We are confronted with revealing truth that poverty is a lack of the knowledge of God. Or you could say good, right? He goes on to say, if we had a complete realization of the allness of good and our oneness with God, we would automatically express abundance. That's just the way it is. When we align with the spiritual truth of us, that spiritual truth must flow into demonstration around us. Whether it is abundance, whether it's health, whether it's joy, whether it's wisdom, this is the way it works. We know our oneness, we express our abundance, and every other quality of God. I mean, let's not stop there. Of course, abundance comes in all forms, but we can do that with everything. When we know our oneness, we express the quality of God known as joy. When we know our oneness, we express our wisdom. If we know our oneness, we express our beauty, our balance, our order, our peace, our power, our wisdom, all of the qualities of God. And yet, what if you're not comfortable there? What if you cannot yet declare oneness with absolute conviction? You have to grow into it. That's your job. That is your spiritual path. To be able to stand with conviction, to be able to claim with conviction, I am that which thou art. We are told this. Ernest Holmes said, through affirmative thinking, you are able to clear your mind of negative thoughts, of fears, of doubts. You must come to do if you are to become aware of the presence, the peace, the harmony of God that is within you and all around you. All the good you desire awaits your acceptance of it, but you cannot experience it while you deny it. And don't we do that all the time? He goes on to say, the key to right thinking and right living is the steady affirmation pattern of thought that only God's good enters your life. This is retraining how we think. That is absolutely retraining how we think, because we are raised to, I'll believe it when I see it. And Spirit is telling us, believe it, then you'll see it. Right? Believe it, then we'll see it. Not the other way around. Spirit wants us to believe first. And we can do this. We can do this. We can affirm the good. We can fast from the negative. And we can turn our lives around. It's all a narrative. It is a narrative. It's a story we're telling ourselves about who and what we are in the world. And we get to tell whatever story we want, but what story would feed you? What story will grow you? What story will allow you to expand and express the life of Spirit on earth that you are here to express? The good story, the great story, the grand story, the blessed story. Not the story of how limited you are, not the story of how bad the economy is, not the story about how you can't get the job you want, not the story about you don't have enough money for college, not the story about you can't afford to go to Hawaii, none of that. None of those narratives will get you where you want to go. We must grow into our goodness, and we know how to do this. We absolutely know how to do this. We have a guardian at the gate of our minds. We can be the observer in our own lives and watch our thoughts and allow the positive ones to come in. Welcome them in. Come on in, positive thought. Come on in, abundance. Come on in, joy. Take a seat. Be at home here in my mind. Take root. Right? We can do this. We have the tools. First thing we have to do is we have to give our worries to Spirit. We have to give our worries to Spirit. All those what ifs, right? We start to do affirmations, and I know how this is. I've done it myself. I absolutely know. We claim these affirmations. I'm strong, I'm healthy, I'm winning at tennis. I'm not really. But anyway, I'm strong, I'm healthy. And then what happens? That little other part of your mind goes, yeah, not so much. You have that thing, and you're not feeling really well, and all of that mental activity starts happening. That's where the guardian at the gate needs to go, no, that's not the truth of me. That might be a fact right now, but it is not the truth of my spiritual self. And so we must give those worries over to Spirit. I am healthy and strong. I don't know how you're going to manifest that, Spirit, but I know that I am healthy and strong. And I know it's demonstrating through me and as me in the world. It must, because the law just takes direction. Psalms 55, give your burden to the Lord and He will take care of you. That's our job. That's our job. Give back to Spirit what is Spirit's to do on our behalf. Right? Stay out of the how. Continue to claim our good. What else? We have other tools. Spread love. Spread love wherever you go. Be the joy. When you walk into the room, be that person that lights up the room. Right? No more Debbie Downer. You want to be the person that lights up the room. The advice that Mother Teresa gave. Spread love wherever you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving better and happier. That's what we're here to do, to lift, to know the truth for other people, to be the light, to be the light. And when you walk into that room, everybody turns and sees and knows that you're the light because you are spreading the love of God wherever you go. It reminds me of that Oscar Wilde quote, where he says, some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. You don't want to be that person, right? You just don't. You want to be the person who spreads happiness wherever they go. And something else we can do, identify our blessings. Make it a daily ritual if you have to, but be aware, be alert, be awake to the good that is coming into your life all the time. Good is flowing into your life on a regular basis. And this is why I insist on doing the Miracle Minute every Sunday. I insist on having people share their demonstrations of answered prayer, because this is the good flowing into our lives on a daily basis. And if you keep track of it, you'll see more and more and more and more of it. When we keep track of it, there is so much more of it. Be aware, be awake to those blessings, and they could be anything. Somebody buys you a cup of coffee in the morning, that's a blessing. You get to work on time. You know, those times where you leave late and you get there early, how does that happen? It's a blessing. Spirit is in charge and all is well. Be aware of the blessings that routinely flow into your life. Observe them, acknowledge them, write them down. Be grateful for them. And be a blessing to others. It doesn't take a lot of work to speak the words of blessing to those people around you. You know, there's a Yiddish proverb, right? Prayers go up and blessings come down. That's the way we should live our lives. Prayers go up and blessings come down. Always be that blessing to someone else. Bless the people around you. You know, in the Bible, they talk about, you know, we set before you a blessing and a curse. Well, we do that all the time, don't we? We can bless people or we can curse them based on our thoughts, based on our words. Be the blessing. Choose to be the blessing all the time. And share a prayer. Share a prayer. Pray with people. You know how. You don't need to be a licensed practitioner to pray. I've heard people say that, oh, I don't know how to do that. Yes, you do. Open your mouth. Words come out. It's a prayer. It's a prayer. Pray the prayer that is on your heart. Ernest Holmes said that, right? The prayer on your lips, it gets outspoken by the prayer on your heart. So speak the prayer on your heart. Increase your prayer life by praying with others. Go form a prayer circle. Get a group. Go on Zoom, make a Power of 8 group. I know I do that every Monday. I have a whole bunch of ministers. We get on the Zoom and we do prayer every Monday morning with each other. We just pray for peace and love and joy and all that good stuff. Have a prayer circle for yourselves. Get your friends together. Be a grateful person. Be a grateful person. For whatever comes into your life, whatever comes into manifestation around you, for whatever experience you have, for whatever money you receive, for whatever friendships you are lent, for whatever favors you are given. Be a grateful person. Be grateful all the time for the good. And look for ways to serve. Look for ways to serve your community, your family, your pet, you know. Just look for ways to be the light in your circle. To serve, to make things a little better than when you left them. And spend time in the silence. We know all these things I'm talking about, all of these tools we have at our disposal. That grows us. All of them grow us, especially spending time in the silence. Know God. Know that still small voice. Hear it. Understand it. Get comfortable with it. Get it so it's so familiar to you, you know its sound of its voice. You know it when you're just walking along or you're driving down the freeway. You know it because you've spent so much time in the silence, you recognize it right away. That still small voice that always, always, always reveals truth to you. And all of these things grow us. They grow us in faith and in consciousness of spirit. They allow us to leave the doubt behind and to grow in faith and grow in trust. Ernest Holmes said, we may meet many difficulties, uncertainties, and doubts, barriers walling our passage, but we must not be discouraged when confounded. We must climb over the rocks of unbelief, pass around the barriers of doubt, and plunge into the stream of faith. The stream will ever widen. The barriers will eventually disappear, and we will walk through the plains and valleys of indecision and doubt. The stream will carry us back to the ocean of our being. We learn to speak and to know with courage and compassion and commitment that is spirit within us. We speak our word knowing it is spirit speaking through us. Our affirmations of truth will change the conditions around us. It is time for us to speak our good now, even if you think you're not ready for it. Even if you're thinking you're growing into it, maybe next week, next month, it's now. Speak your truth now. Heal the sick now. Cast out suffering now. Be the change now. Not sometime in the future, not when we think we're good enough, not when we think we'll be ready, but now. Now. We must grow into it now and speak our word. Thank you so much.
One step away, forward in motion, know where I've been, know where I'm going. Voices rise up, a beautiful sound. There's more than enough music to go around. Everyone step in line with me, put your hands up, get on your feet. Oh, 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 oh. This is my circle, this is my tribe. Leaning together, we know we're all on the same side. We are stars in the same sky. Circle of stars in the same big sky. We burning brighter than before, we shining on forevermore. Circle of stars in the same big sky. Yeah. This kind of love could fill up an ocean. I lift you up, you keep me going. Anything is possible, there's nothing we can do. Bring out the best in me, I'll give it back to you. This is my circle, this is my tribe. Leaning together, we know we're all on the same side. We are stars in the same sky. Circle of stars in the same big sky. We burning brighter than before, we shining on forevermore. Circle of stars in the same big sky. Yeah, yeah. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. This is my circle, lean in, this is my tribe. Lean in, this is my circle, lean in, this is my tribe. This is my circle, this is my tribe. Leaning together, we know we're all on the same side. We are stars in the same sky. Circle of stars in the same big sky. We burning brighter than before, we shining on forevermore. Circle of stars in the same big sky. Yeah, oh. This is my circle, this is my tribe. You are my circle, you are my tribe.
Yay! That was wonderful. Thank you, Faith Rivera. I just love that we can have these singers who live so far away come to us through the miracle of technology. There's something else we can be grateful for. And I just look forward to seeing you again. I love all of our music. Now is time for our conscious circulation. This is your opportunity to bring into your consciousness the support that you give, the spiritual practice you engage in, which is called tithing or donating, generating good that you pass on to others from the good that you've already received. Call it whatever you will. Some people don't like the tithing word, so we don't even have to call it that. We can call it conscious circulation. It is passing on the first and best from the good you've already received to those people, places, and things that nourish you spiritually. And if vision is the place, if you are a member, this is the appropriate spot for that conscious circulation to land. We know that this is the spiritual principle of giving and receiving. So if you are giving, and we know you are, and if you're doing it online, if you're doing it through PayPal or your bank or however it's happening, just know that we are so grateful. We are so, so grateful. We recognize that the good that is circulating around us is absolutely from God through us to those greater places. So keep that consciousness in your mind. Let us go within and know that spirit is all there is. We know that spirit is giving to spirit through us, as spirit in form. This giant cycle continues to flow, and we desire to be in that flow, to give graciously, to accept gratefully, to be in the cycle of eternal return, because we know we could never outgive God. We pass on our first and best, we bless it, and we bless the places it goes to, and we know and accept the return is mighty. I just give great thanks for being in this cycle, being in the flow of God's good, and I let it be. And so it is. Amen.
As I give, so do I receive, joyfully, gratefully. As I give, so do I receive, fully, freely. God is the river where abundance flows. Stepping into it, I accept and know as I give, so do I receive. So do I receive, offering my first and best. As I give, so do I receive, knowing how I've been blessed. God is the river where abundance flows. Stepping into it, I accept and know as I give, so do I receive. So do I receive back to where my soul is fed. As I give, so do I receive. Thank you for my daily bread. God is the river where abundance flows. Stepping into it, I accept and know as I give, so do I receive.
Thank you so much. Don't you love our celebration singers? Yay! Give them a big hand. They're doing such a wonderful job, and it's been so challenging, right? We're doing everything long distance or through live streaming. They're there, not here, the whole bit. I mean, or they're here, but they're not here when we're here. It's just so crazy. Anyway, we are so grateful to our celebration singers for just stepping up and being present throughout this whole service at a distance thing, celebration, long distance, live streaming, and hopefully it's coming to an end. Anyway, it's time for the Miracle Minute right now, and I happen to have one. I'm so glad. Brenda emailed us, and she said she wanted to share this Miracle Minute. She has been working on God as her source, right? It's an absolute perfect spiritual principle to expand our consciousness into. God is our source. God is our source and supply. And she said this: after just 1 month at her new job, even though they started her at a higher rate than they normally would for other people, they're giving her a raise. I love that, because they appreciate what she's doing. So congratulations, Brenda. Good job expanding the consciousness of God as your source. And just absolutely living in the flow of abundance. I love it. And it's a great motivator for the rest of us. Let us go back and contemplate God is my source and supply. Just do that in your meditation today. And now you know what time it is. Yep, it's that time. It's time for The Last Word by Johnny Kirko.
Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello, everybody. Nice to see all of you. You can't see. I can see. You see me. I can't see you. I'd love to, and we will be doing that soon. I'll talk about it in a second. Vision Meet and Greet. Join us right after celebration for our group getting together, saying hello. We've got practitioners available for one-on-one meeting and greeting. Say hello. We'd love to talk to you guys. On Monday through Friday, 8:30 in the morning, we have our Coffee Connection, led by Reverend Lori Sheets. 8:30 in the morning. You can get links on the website as well as in our email, so join us for that. Uplifts are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 o'clock Pacific time. Love to have you be a part of that. It's a really inspirational midday kind of a break, led by Reverend Patti and practitioners and all kinds of good stuff. Speaking of Reverend Patti, she's got a book study starting up, and it's a Debbie Ford book that she talked about in one of her talks in the last couple of weeks, and it's The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. So that will be starting June 2nd. It'll be on a Wednesday during the daytime, so it'll be a daytime class. So join us for that. I'll give you guys a link here. We haven't got it up on the web, but I'll have something probably this week. Still looking for a core council member. If you're a member of Vision and would like to be a leader and part of our group, please let me know. Email us at info@visioncsl.com. Love to talk to you guys about that. Our reopening team is having a meeting this afternoon, and we are getting together to discuss reopening. There's a sign right outside of our building right here. It says, "Vaccines help us all get together." That is what's happening. We will be talking about that. We saw what the CDC talked about this week, so there's a lot of excitement going on. We will be getting together very soon. We will have dates very soon for you too. Next week, Reverend Patti Paris will be back. Her talk title is "We Have Liftoff." And we have Andy Anderson and Nathan Fry as our guest music, so we'd love to have them. Thanks to Faith Rivera today. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.
Yay. Okay, you know what time it is now. It's time to get up. You've been sitting, you've been watching the celebration, you've been joining in, maybe singing along even at home. Now it is time to stand up in the truth of the affirmations. I'm going to share them. We're going to say them together. I know they're up on the big screen. These affirmations come to us lovingly every week from Betty Brink, who just is so in the spirit of the positive messages these affirmations are for us. I thank you, Betty, from the bottom of my heart. You just, every week they're dazzling. So let us stand up. Let's say them together. I make daily progress as I grow into my infinite potential. My confidence increases every day. I live with purpose and grace. Oh, they're all really spectacular and they're powerful. And which one is it? Which one are we going to say again? We like one. Okay. We're getting feedback from the sound booth. I love it. Yay. We're going to say number one again. Thank you, John. I make daily progress as I grow into my infinite potential. I just love it. They're absolutely positive, powerful, present tense. Carry them around with you today. Remind yourself of who you are, right? That we are the I am that thou art. Let us go to prayer. I give great thanks for this day. I am in such gratitude. I know and accept the goodness of God flowing through each one of us, being the lights on earth, raising the consciousness of not only ourselves but those around us, being spirit in form, unconditionally loving, unconditionally joyous, unlimited wisdom flowing through us and as us in the world. We are that which thou art, giving great thanks for this and so much more. I simply let it be, and so it is. Amen. See you next time. Bye-bye, Vision.